Hi, this is Sweet June. How's everybody doing today? Coming back at you. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update on my health. All is well. I tested negative for COVID. Thank God. Oh, that's a scary test to take. And I tested negative for strep. And I was kind of shocked by that because my tongue was red. I had dots all over my tongue. My throat looked like somebody had beat it up. And my throat was sore for about 3 or 4 days. So yesterday I couldn't eat any meat. I couldn't eat any meat. I couldn't eat anything really too hard because like uh, right in here was still really sore. So we'll see. I'll see how I'll do today as far as eating. But for the last few days I haven't been able to really eat much. I was really certain that I had strep throat, but they said I didn't have strep and I tested negative for strep and I tested negative for COVID. So what a relief. Oh my God. You guys don't realize how scary that is. But I guess I had maybe I probably had either a bad cold or I had a flu. I'm willing to guess that it was probably the flu because I had body aches, I had nausea. I was pretty sick there for about a couple days or so. So I was pretty bad off. So I probably had the flu, most likely. There's so many other things that they have the same symptoms as COVID. Strep throat has the exact same symptoms as COVID. I mean, exactly down to the letter. So, in a sinus infection, that's got almost the exact same symptoms. Uh, Strep, uh, cold, sinuses, um, the flu, all those things have the same symptoms as COVID. So it's like you don't know when you get sick, you don't know what's wrong with you. You don't know if that's what you got, but that's the first thing you think about because that's people are dying all over the place from that. So that's the first thing you think about. And I had to get tested because I was having symptoms, so I had to go get tested so I can let my job know that I'm negative. I mean, because I can't work if I'm positive. So thank God, thanks. Oh my God. If any of you guys were praying for me, thank you so much. But I'm doing great. I'm feeling a lot better. I just think I just needed to get some rest. I think I was just burned out. I think my body was just tired, and I know over the last couple of weeks before I got sick, I mean, I was just feeling really drained. My body was feeling really drained, because our bodies talk to us, and my body was kind of telling me that I that I was just wore out and just kind of broke down, and I needed to take some time to get some extra rest. And my job, I'm keeping 100 with my job. My job does not have a lot of paid leave. My job doesn't have any. I can't get any vacation time hardly. I can't get any paid leave. It's like it's hard to get time off, and so I knew I was burned out. I knew I was burnt out. I could feel it all in my body. Over the last 2 weeks, I could feel it all in my body. I was coming home and I was falling out on the bed. Usually when I come home from work, I'll get a cup of coffee, maybe grab a little breakfast, um, and it take me a little while before I actually lay down and go to sleep. But I've been coming home and I've been falling out on the bed, and my body I felt really really tired and broke down in my body. So sometimes you can have something when something goes wrong with you. At least a week or two leading up to that, something is, I knew something was my body. I could feel it in my body that my body was just drained. I just felt drained. And I was trying to I was trying to go to sleep and get extra rest, but sometimes you just need to just get somewhere and just lay down and just, and that's what I needed. I needed to just, I needed to rest for a long period of time. I needed to rest more than just a few hours. I needed to rest for a long period of time. And I knew that, I mean, in a sense, this is kind of a blessing in disguise because I knew my job would never give me this kind of sick time off unless I had to take this test. And it happened on a Thursday. So um, it fell on a weekend. So, you know, I knew that under normal circumstances, if this virus wasn't going around, my job 9 times out of 10 wouldn't have given me this kind of time off. And I probably would have been trying to drag my little sick butt to work, you know. And I was like Thursday and Friday, I was bad. I mean, my throat was hurting really bad. I was puking, you know, I was vomiting. I was really sick. I had a fever. And you know, I don't never have no fever. I get a little hot flashes, but I never get no fever. My fever was like 101. I think the highest it got was like 102. Well, you have to add a point. So I think the highest it got was like 102. So it was, I was Thursday and Friday, I was messed up. I was messed up on those 2 days. So I don't know. I just couldn't imagine working through that. So, I just think, I just consider it a blessing in disguise. It's a blessing in disguise, because thank God I don't have COVID, but I got the opportunity to get the time that I needed to let my body heal and to rest my body. And I think that's what I needed. I think I just needed to rest my body because when you just keep working and working and working and working and you don't take no time off, and at my age, and I'm working full time, your body just, I would get broke down and burnt out before, but burnout is different when you're younger. When you're younger, burnout is different than it is when you're older versus when you're older. It's a whole different situation when you're older. It's you know, and so I was taking vitamins and stuff, but when you don't get the proper rest that you're supposed to get, plus I work third shift. Third shift is kind of tricky because you have to really make sure that when you're working nights, you have to make sure that you're getting well, I don't sleep 8 hours straight, but I will always say that if I get 4 or 5 hours of sleep, if it's a quality 4 or 5 hours, if that 4 or 5 hours is a quality 4 or 5 hours, then I'm doing good. But the recommended time, sleeping time, is 7 to 8 hours, and typically if you don't get that, and you consistently go day after day after day after day, and you're not getting your 8 hours like you're supposed to get, your body is going to get run down after a while, you know. And I don't sleep. My sleeping patterns are kind of weird anyway. I don't know if it's because I'm wanting my change or whatever, but my sleeping patterns are a little weird anyway, and I kind of sleep here and there and kind of sleep in intervals anyway. So I don't lay down and just sleep a full 8 hours. I know that when like I said, the last 2 weeks before I got sick, I was burnt out, and so I was sleeping. Um, I was coming home, going to sleep about between 7:30 and 8, and I was sleeping till about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. One time I slept, to about 3 in the afternoon, and I typically never really sleep that late, you know, and so I was sleeping longer, and it was because my body was tired. My body was tired, and it was burned out. I could feel that the 2 weeks before this happened. I could feel it all in my body. But these people, it's like pulling teeth to try to get these people to get me off of work, to give you, because you don't get no sick time, you don't get no vacation time. You get these little hours, these little paid leave hours that takes you 50 years to build up. You got to work a quadrillion hours before you even build up, to where you need to take time off. And then when you try to take the time off, uh, when I try to take time off work, they got me working a whole bunch of days before my actual days off. So it really doesn't feel like I have any time off of work. The last time or the time before that, I took a day off. She rotated my days. Like, okay, you're rotating my days. I don't really have an extra day off. I was trying to take an extra day off. I had 2 days off, and I was trying to take an extra day off in addition to those 2 days. And she flip flopped the days around, and made it up like, well, I didn't get no time off, So I was really upset about that. So this job, and I know it's healthcare, and I know how healthcare is and everything, but it's just that's the part that really bothers me about this job. I just cannot get. It's hard to get time off that you really need, and I knew that I needed to get some time off. I knew it. I knew. Sometimes mentally you just need some time off, and like I said, I could feel it all in my body. I could just feel my body just. But you keep going because you need to work, you need to make money, and so you just keep going and you just keep pushing and pushing and pushing until one day you just get sick. And so that's what happened. I was so run down. My body was so run down that just, my body just said, girl, I'm sorry, but you got to rest me. Because if you don't rest your body, your body will rest you. Your body will make you rest. And so I'm just so happy that, so like I said, because I was awaiting the test results, I couldn't go back to work until I got them back, which was today. So it gave me the time, the opportunity to really get a chance to rest my body. Because yeah, I was working, but then I was coming home, going to sleep for a while, getting up, doing stuff around the house. A woman's job is never done. A woman's job is never done. Doing stuff around the house, running here and there. I wouldn't really go on a lot. I wouldn't really go on a lot, but just, doing stuff around the house and stuff like that. So still not really taking the time to really rest my body like I'm supposed to rest it. And so that's a tip for you guys. I don't know if some of you guys are essential workers or whatever. Make sure you get your proper rest. Make sure, and don't let these jobs run you in the ground. I don't volunteer for no overtime. If they come and ask me, would you work over? I'll be like, no. The only time I work over is if I'm mandated. If they mandate me, okay, well, I ain't got no choice. But I don't volunteer for overtime. I don't volunteer for it. I mean, I work my regular hours and I'm out of there. So, I mean, if you guys are working an essential job, make sure that you're getting the proper rest. Make sure that you're not working so many hours to where you burning your body out. Because at the end of the day, what's more important? Our wealth is in our health, and our health is so much more important than money. So at the end of the day, we got to trust God that He'll make a way for us, and get the proper rest. Get your proper rest that you need. That's the important thing. So I want to give you guys that quick update. I'm doing great. If you guys were praying for me, thank you so much. I will be back. I will be coming back with you with some more interesting video topics. So stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button, like button. Peace and love. This is